Hello, Alan. Nice to see you today. Our message for you today is clarity. We mean being able to see through the different messages that you receive throughout the day, at any one point in time in the day, to be able to discern which message is in your highest and best interest, which message will bring you the most happiness, the most contentment, the most understanding of reality, the most understanding of yourself. Because, of course, reality and yourself are the same thing. The reality you experience is yourself. But you have the issue of not knowing which truth is the real truth. This is a common situation for people who have not awakened to their higher self, who have not awakened to their larger self that they are a part of. And so the question is how? How does someone who has not had that awakening experience know what the truth is? Know what the best message is? Know what the best message is that will fulfill their highest and best interest? Our response to this might not be one that everybody wants to hear. Because it really doesn't matter. Fundamentally, it does not matter. Because every message has value. Every message has something to teach you. So no matter which option you choose, which message you choose to follow, there will be a lesson there. There will be an insight that you can gain into yourself. Because when you choose a particular message to follow, to place your attention on, by doing that, you have identified a part of yourself to focus on. And that part can then be integrated into yourself. It can then teach you about yourself. And the way it teaches you about yourself is through your emotions. So if you choose message A, for example, and that message makes you feel uncomfortable, well, that is a perfect insight into who you are, who your personality is in this particular incarnation. If message A makes you feel excited, then that is an insight, again, into who you are in this incarnation. You look at the emotion, the emotional response, and then you know. Then you understand the message. Or when we go back to our initial statement that this message is about clarity, the real clarity that we're talking about is that emotional sensitivity. So it's the clarity of understanding how you are responding emotionally to any particular message, to any particular encounter, anything that you see, anything that you eat, even. Because as we have said previously, everything in your reality is a message. Everything that comes into your awareness is a message. So everything that comes into your awareness has a sense of emotionality, generates a certain emotional response to you. And so this is something new that we want to introduce you to. That emotional response directly reflects the energy of the object, whether it's a thought or what you consider a physical object that you are perceiving. We have told you before that everything has a distinct energy. Every one of the messages that comes to you from your energy group has a distinct energy, and that's why we have chosen the name the energy group, because every time we talk to you, it's a different energy. And so it's easier to not have to come up with names for each of these messages. But in fact, as you go through your day, everything you encounter is a different energy. So every message that you see has that different energy, and that energy is directly related to what you consider and call emotions. The emotional experience is one of experiencing energy. So the more sensitive your emotions are, the more you can detect the nuances in your emotions. That is how well you will be able to detect differences in energy. Now, you can already do that to a massive degree, far beyond anything that you can think of in your somewhat constrained human mind, because that's the way you navigate in the world. It's you navigate through your sensitivity to different energies. However, as you move into higher states of consciousness, as you move more into that fifth dimension where everything is one, where you have instant access to the energy of everything you encounter, including every being that you encounter, every person, every entity that you encounter, you have instant access to that energy. And so you will become sensitive to such a degree that you won't have to use language. You can simply tap into the energy that's being generated from the entity that you encounter. And when you communicate telepathically, usually in your dreams with different entities, at least that's where you are aware of communicating telepathically. When you're doing that in your dreams, that's what you're doing. You're exchanging energy. You're picking up on the energy that's being vibrated from the entity that you're communicating with, and then you are also generating energy. And all of these energies have this emotional component. So in your 3D physical reality, your third dimensional physical reality, the better you develop your sensitivity to these emotional expressions, these emotional feelings that you have. Don't worry about other people. It's the feelings that you have that you will experience and pick up from others. But it's really something that you feel internally within yourself. And that's one of the reasons why the heart is so important, because the heart is the center for that kind of emotional experience and understanding. So the better you're able to do that, the better you will be able to communicate with energy, with everything in the universe. And the less you'll actually have to rely on physicality to do that. So the original question that we had for today related to clarity: how do you know what is truth? How can you clearly understand what is the most truthful path? And in summary, we told you there is no single truthful path. Every path has truth because every path has energy. Every message has energy, and you will feel that energy through your emotions. And then you can decide, based on that emotional experience, what to do with it. If it makes you feel good or if it makes you feel bad. And of course, from our perspective, there is no such thing as good or bad. Either way, you basically want to integrate it within yourself. And that's the ultimate benefit, is integration. You want to integrate everything you experience because everything is you. Everything is one. So don't worry about truth. Don't worry about a single truth. That is, just believe that everything is true, that everything has value and purpose, and integrate that. Feel it. Feel the energy. Then learn to understand everything that you encounter and how it is a part of you, how it contributes to the distinct personality that is you. And that is actually us, because the higher your consciousness evolves, the more you become us. You return to us, in a sense, because we are you. We are more of your essence than the thoughts that pass through your mind at any one point in time. But that's another message. We don't want to get too complicated today. We love you. We thank you for this opportunity to deliver this message. Namaste.